Welcome to Ryan's Reef Blog.
I apologize for the delay that I've had in my updating of the video blog. I had some technical issues which have now been corrected. So at this point moving forward, the plan is to be able to have it to where I do weekly updates or bi-weekly updates that will tackle different types of issues that you might have with your tank and just the general idea and overview of how to successfully keep a reef tank. And the slant here with my videos is I'm not the expert talking to the beginner. You're watching the beginner myself speaking to another beginner. As I feel my way in the dark, you can watch me, and maybe this will be a motivational tool for people who are sitting on the fence and haven't taken the plunge into getting into keeping a saltwater tank in their house, or maybe for people who are just up and running, or for even seasoned people. They can watch how stupid I am, or they can maybe learn from my mistakes, as I'm sure everybody out there will be able to. So at this point, we're just going to do a tank tour real fast so you can get an update on how the tank's looking and how that's progressing so far over the last maybe 6 weeks or so since my last update. You can see what's happened there. Then after the tank tour, we're going to go in and we're going to tackle the first actual instructional video topic that I'm going to take on. And that's going to be what daily maintenance is required of me once my tank is upcycled and established. What am I going to have to do to be able to maintain this and have proper tank husbandry, as they call it? So we'll go over all those questions and we'll see what all that entails. Okay, so to quickly just kind of tell you what we're looking at here, this is my Pacific cleaner shrimp that I have. He's the medical doctor of the tank. If any of the fish ever get any kind of ectoparasites or anything like that that is on the scales of the fish, he'll actually jump up on the fish and clean the fish off. Since fish lack the flexibility to be able to bend and to attend to any problems that they may have on their scales, this guy will gladly jump on them and help them to clean themselves off. Most scientists, microbiologists, believe that they're offering this type of a service because shrimp are seen as the steak of the sea. And since he's the steak of the sea and everybody wants to eat him and he's not very fast and he doesn't have any actual defense mechanisms, he provides a service that the fish can't perform themselves. It's been seen in the wild that it even goes to the extreme to where the larger fish will allow one of these cleaner shrimp actually to go inside of their mouth and to attend to cleaning their teeth. And I've even witnessed this myself. He'll go up to my other Midas blenny fish and he'll use two of his arms to actually open up the fish's mouth, and then he'll reach with his two little scrubber-like claws, will go into the fish's mouth, and with those claws themselves, he'll be able to start using them as scrub pads against his teeth. Unbelievable to watch. Really, really neat. So then the other specimen here in my tank would be, I call him Finney, the Midas blenny. And so he is a fish that I have, Midas blenny, nice and neat, real yellow, turns to a purple color. They're also known in the wild to be able to change different types of patterns to mimic the fish that they swim with if they don't wind up taking up with their own kind. So he can change around his coloring in really neat ways and is just a wonderful fish to have. Lots of personality. He loves to go, he thinks he's being fed right now because I turned off the current in the tank, but he loves to hang out in different places of the rock. And so then there's also a green star polyp here. I have a maxima clam there, trumpet coral right here. This is a star polyp, or not a star polyp, a sun coral. And the sun coral, whenever it looks completely different at night and is beautiful to watch whenever he extends his polyps out. Then here is an open brain coral. This guy's amazing. He can change shapes in so many different ways. It's spectacular. He's got a really cool green fluorescent center, and he has several mouths and tentacles that extend out. Really, really cool to watch. Here I have a little red starfish. Cool little guy, hangs out on the glass. I call him the lazy star. It takes days for him to move, but he seems to do all right. Back here we have a pulsing xenia. Very, very cool photosynthetic type of a coral. Gets most of its light, gets most of its food from the light, and there is only theories as to why they pulse like that, but there's no concrete evidence to show exactly what is happening here. But one of the ways that they say that they pulse like this is to be able to expel different types of gases away from its body that it might not like. I don't know. Doesn't sound very good, but none of them do sound that great. This is a carnation coral. It's for experts only. It was misidentified by the people who sold it to me, telling me it was a torch coral. Anybody who knows what a torch coral looked like would totally think that that's funny that this was ID'd that way, and even funnier that I'd be stupid enough to buy that. So it's not going to last long, unfortunately. No one really knows what it eats or how to keep it, according to multiple sources with people who have credentials on that. Here's my turbo snail. I call him Jabba. He knocks over absolutely everything in the tank as he cleans it, so he's probably not going to be hanging out with me too much longer. He's going to go in the quarantine tank. And so, unless I miss anything, I had several mushrooms and lost all of them trying to get them to stick to a rock, and I'm going to do a whole special on how to make mushrooms stick to rocks without using glue, and we'll go over that another time. Okay, that concludes the tank tour.